Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, boring day again. Basically, we haven't really moved today at all. It was a little bit of up and down between 29,930 roughly and 29,500. As I said in my previous video, there is quite a bit of support here in this region. You know, the lower support boundary line of that range here, this range in which we have been moving since basically middle of June, right? This range here. So we've got support. We try to break below it, and that all just confirms my perspective that we are currently in a wave 2 correction already after Bitcoin formed a 5-wave move to the upside with a spike on the 13th of July. And here this wave 2 to the downside occurring right now. So this is the idea, and Bitcoin is still looking for a bottom, for a low here in this A wave, because the idea is that this wave 2 is unfolding as an ABC correction. And it looks like we're sort of in the late stages of this A wave. We should then get a B wave and then a C wave down. That's the primary scenario. Just quickly, the alternative as well. The alternative scenario would assume that here the wave 1 was already in on the 23rd of June. And then we already came down in an A wave, moved up in a B wave, and we're just coming down in the C wave. So it just basically makes this correction now a bit simpler because we're already in the last wave. But we should also get into this yellow support region between 29,150. We've nearly arrived there already, and 26,280. Absolutely. So that's the idea. And my primary expectation, though, is that the wave 1 top tier on the 13th of July, and the idea was that we're in the late stages of the first 5-wave move down, which is basically the A wave. Yeah? So we have already here a 1-2 setup, bottomed probably yesterday in the 3rd wave there. And here's now where, you know, on the lower time frame, things are getting a little uncertain due to the choppy price action to the downside. So the first idea is, okay, you know, with that rally yesterday, late yesterday, we completed the wave 4 already. I don't really believe it yet, because it's just wave 4 is normally a little bit stronger. I mean, not stronger necessarily, but sort of more extended. But okay, could be. And then we would have come down today in a wave 5. Absolutely possible, and then we would now be somewhere here, between maybe the 29,150 level and the current price. We are forming a local low in this A wave and would then rally in a B wave before we come down in wave C. Yeah, but due to the choppy nature of the decline of yesterday's high, I cannot rule out that the wave 4 is still unfolding. The reason is that these flat patterns can often overshoot to the downside. That's something you rarely know in advance, especially when you deal with a wave 4 and a wave 5, especially on a lower time frame like this. In this scenario, we could have seen here the A wave, which was quite rapid, which is typically for an A wave. Then this could have been the B wave, but I would not really want it to go any lower. Otherwise, I will not count it as an overshooting B wave to the downside. And then we could get one more high in a C wave. That is absolutely a possibility. And then one more low. I mean, again, I warned yesterday that we will be in the, let's say, in the chop for a while, that we will be in this choppy price range for a while, because the wave structure just suggests it, that we had here wave 4, you know, then the wave 5 down of wave 3, then another wave 4, and another wave 5. And a wave 5 is also often choppy because they can form these diagonal structures. And then the idea, then we get the B wave, which is also typically quite boring and choppy. So all of that's important to understand. So, you know, we have basically 2 scenarios on the larger time frame. Both, however, would indicate that we get into the yellow support range. And then here on the lower time frame, the question is simply, okay, is the wave 4 already in, or do we get another leg up in a wave 4 and then come down? Just be aware that it could be a bit of choppiness. But that is typically, that is sort of what we see. So we expected further downside anyway. That is happening in the A wave. And now we are at the point where the A wave could be really wrapped up. The first time I say that now, because with today's low, we actually have 5 waves down. But I keep the wave 5 down here just to indicate I will not label it as complete yet. It's just too early for that. I need some more price action, but I think the support levels are clear. From this region here, we have to expect an unexpected rally, basically, because it can happen either still in the wave 4, okay, or in the B wave at any point. But at the moment, I have no sign that we are doing that. It would be, yeah, I mean, normally, yeah, an A wave would typically reach the 38.2 Fib level. Now, it doesn't need to necessarily, especially not if we have already 5 waves down. But I'm highlighting this, that we could see a bit of a bounce from here because we are at the lower boundary line of this larger trend channel, okay? Even if the wave 2 has already started, but it still provides some structural support. That's just important to understand. But below this level, it could come down quite quickly because, yeah, there will be a lot of stop orders, long stop orders will be here, and that could lead to a little bit of a let's call it a squeeze to the downside, right? It could trigger a lot of these stops. I'm pretty sure that below such a range, there will be a lot of stops. But yeah, it could accelerate the path down if that level breaks. It's unfortunately not one very clear level. You have a bit of a range here as well. And then support starts again at 29,150. Then we've got 28,314. So yeah, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.